Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be talking about the Affinity Cup competition that Plarium is putting on, where it's going to be 8 of us content creators going up against each other in 2 teams of 4. So should be a lot of fun, and this video is going to be kind of walking you through exactly what that is. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so also on a side note, sorry no video yesterday. It's been a hectic weekend, and it's actually the first time that I didn't release a video in almost a full year. So I've done a video every single day for a full year, and yesterday was finally a day that I missed a video. So I apologize for that. It's just been a lot going on, and then this video is a little bit later than normal because I had to stream and then spent a little time with mom. By the way, happy Mother's Day to any of you if you're watching, if you're a mother, and remember to you know, call your mom or hang out with her and say something nice for Mother's Day. So yeah, happy Mother's Day, everybody, and let's get into this. So let me pull it up here, and okay, so we've got Affinity Cup Content Creator Challenge. The community content creators would like to do a multi-channel new account challenge. So we're going to be on a new account similar to the Gold Rush that I did 5 or 6 weeks ago against Stu Gaming, Hell Hades, and Verdi and Cold Brew. There's a few of us in a Gold Rush challenge, and that was a lot of fun. It was a good success. So we're going to fire up another one here, and huge shout out to Plarium for putting this on for us. And I know Hell Hades did a lot of work on this and kind of planning it and putting it together. By the way, all the content creators that are going to be in this, I will put links to their channels down in the video description. They're all really good players. It's going to be a really good competition, and definitely check them out if there's some of them you haven't subscribed to or you know, seen their channels. Definitely go check them out because they're all great players and they make really good content. But yeah, the challenge is going to be team based. Team Dragon fighting against Team Spider. Each team 4 members, and the interesting thing is, each player is going to have an affinity, and they have to use those champions to progress. And you can see the scoring here. I'll pull it up for you. So I actually drew Void. So each team has 1 player representing each affinity. So Force, Magic, Spirit, and Void. You can see 4 players representing each affinity on each team. And I will be doing Void. The person I will be going up against on the other team who is doing Void is Hell Hades. Hell Hades is a really good friend of mine, and we work together on a lot of things. And he's, you know, I have the ultimate respect for him as a player and a content creator. So it's going to be a lot of fun to go against him and see who can kind of progress more. And obviously, in something like this, we're going to be doing summoning sessions. I'll pull up the starter packs that we get here. So you can see here, we'll open 8 new accounts for the participants and get a starter pack. So I will be Void Affinity, which means I will be getting 60 Void shards to pull, and then all this stuff you see here: 2,000 gems, 2,000 energy, 5 million silver, 40 of each brew, and a few chickens to go along with it. So one big thing to note that is different than the Gold Rush is we cannot use legendaries. So if you pull something like a Siphi, too bad, you can't use her. She's going to guard the vault. So it's going to be really imperative to get good rares and good epics to kind of help you be able to progress. So obviously there's going to be a little bit of RNG involved, and but that's what makes it fun, is kind of pulling some shards and then being forced to kind of you know, learn and adapt based on what you summoned in terms of formulating a plan going forward. It was the same thing in the Gold Rush, where we pulled a bunch of shards kind of live, had some banter, and then we had to work on progression and arena teams based off of what we pulled. So that was a lot of fun. We were able to use legendaries in that one, and I've got a bunch of videos covering the Gold Rush competition. It was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, go check out a few videos of that, because it was definitely a good time, and I hope this one will be as well. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hell Hades, Murder Inc., Cold Brew, J Gigs, Stu Gaming, Saffron Man, Kizzle, and Chosen are the 8 participants, and all kind of have their own style in the community. Everybody kind of makes a different style of content, and that kind of makes it fun. Is you know, every channel kind of has its own flavor and brings a lot to the community. So definitely check those out, as I mentioned before. But yeah, in terms of the scoring, it's going to be, you know, week 1 is going to be the campaign and the dragon. So it's going to be getting the most stars you can, totaling all difficulties, kind of getting through acquiring as many campaign stars as you can. You're going to be scored against the other team accordingly, and then it's going to be also the dragon, getting the highest stage possible, and if there's a tie, it's going to come down to who cleared it faster. So clear times are obviously going to be very important as you get up to min-maxing your team. Then in week 2, we're going to be getting into the Ice Golem and the Spider. The Spider is going to be really tough when you're affinity locked and you can't use legendaries and you don't have the certain champions you need. Same with the Fire Knight. Spider and Fire Knight are kind of thought of as the 2 toughest dungeons to progress in because you need very specific mechanics to kind of take those dungeons down. But Faction Wars, Fire Knight, and Arena and Clan Boss are going to be happening each week. You can see here, I've got it pulled up on the screen if you want to go through it kind of more specifically. So also one really important thing to note is no spending. We do get a nice little boost, little starter pack to get us going, pulling a bunch of shards and getting some silver and energy and some books and stuff, but we are not allowed to spend any sort of money on our own to kind of, you don't want to turn it into a spending competition. That would kind of ruin the spirit of the competition, where you have to kind of manage your resources efficiently and kind of compare the different styles that we're all kind of doing to kind of progress and clear the content as it goes. And in terms of pulling the shards, we're going to be doing each affinity on separate days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. Each tandem, each pairing against each other is going to have their own day where they kind of summon together and put a video out of the summons, which will be a lot of fun. So Hell Hades and I are going to be doing our summons for Void Shards on Thursday, I believe. So we'll get together, shoot a video, and have a lot of fun, giving each other a hard time while we're pulling shards and kind of reacting to what each of us is getting. So I also want to put this away and kind of, with me being Void Affinity, kind of walk you through what I'm hoping to get. Now remember, we can't use legendaries. So in terms of Voids, that would be really good. I'm not seeing a whole lot in the Banner Lords I would be super excited about in terms of rares and epics. Remember, legendaries are not kind of part of this. So I do think Battle Sage would be kind of a fun one because she's got the AoE on the A1, which is always really good in terms of progression, and she's got a speed aura in all battles with a good base speed of 100. So that would be a fun one to get for sure. And then the rest of her kit would definitely be useful as well. And then I'll kind of keep going. So she would be a really good one to get. And Reliquary Tender would be a good one. She'd be good for campaign progression and dungeon progression with the revives and the heals and the decreased attack with the good base speed to boot here. So Bellower would be amazing. We pull up the Ogre and Tribes, would be a really good pull for able to get him. He's one of the better Void rares in the game, up there with like Cold Heart in terms of dungeon progression and campaign progression. Bellower is an absolute beast in Faction Wars and campaign. He can be a really good early game support in the arena as well. Having every single part of his kit being AoE helps a ton. But also Skull Crown is something I'm really hoping I get. That would be a huge boost to your account. Obviously, Skull Crown, similar to Bellower, has all of her abilities as AoE. She's also got the Unkillable block to give her a chance to kind of re-heal if you put her in the lifesteal set or something. So and then her A2 hits really hard in places of weaken. It's one of the better scaling multipliers in the game for attack champions. So there's a lot of potential here. It is really tough to get epics out of Void Shards. If you click on the little eye here, you're only going to be at 8% chance, similar to Ancient Shards. So we're pulling 60 of them. So yeah, probably not going to get a whole lot of epics. Probably like 4 or 5, somewhere in there. So the odds of getting a really GG, like a Skull Crown or something, is probably a little bit low, but obviously, that's what you root for and you hope for the good pull. In terms of rares, it would be, Reliquary Tender, Cold Heart, Bellower, the usual suspects in terms of Void Affinity. So yeah, I can't wait to kind of dive in and pull those shards with Hell Hades on Thursday and kind of see what I get and start formulating a plan to kind of get after it. But yeah, again, huge shout out to Plarium for putting this on and doing something fun like this for the content creators. I really look forward to going up against these guys and then working with the 3 other guys on my team to kind of see if we can take it down. So it should be a lot of fun. And remember, I will have links to the other competitors down in the video description, so definitely go and check them out. And then before I let you go, there's something really kind of coming up in the community. Let me pull up the offer sheet. We see a kind of a crazy offer coming through. This great tome pack. We've never really seen an offer like this. Plarium they keep their legendary books really close to the vest, so I hope we start seeing more offers like this to give players a chance to at least buy the books if that's something they're keen on. Obviously, we all wish there was an ability to farm them or something like a dungeon or whatever, but I wanted to cover this just because I know a lot of you are curious and don't know when's the next time we'll see it. So I will score this, and we'll go 50, and we'll clear this out and put 1.5 and 1,000 gems and 10 legendary books. Okay. Yeah, a 1.93, so a pretty good offer. You know, if you are the type to spend money and you've got some legendary champions, this is a pretty good offer in terms of acquiring legendary books. They can be pretty tough to get and pretty rare to come by. So definitely a pretty good offer, and I wanted to make sure and cover it before I let you guys go in this video, because I know a lot of people were asking about this offer on stream and kind of messaging me on Discord and stuff like, hey, have you seen this offer and all of that. So wanted to just, you know, really quickly go over it and kind of touch on that. So yeah, I'm really excited for the Affinity Cup to kick off and get going here, and we'll be kind of playing on these brand new accounts by the end of this week and into next weekend. So again, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, and as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.